Hey, what's up, you guys? This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tip. Well, we've just finished with our Sunday morning distribution, and as always, big shout out to all those businesses that invested in themselves and have decided that they wanted to make their business more visible to the community. That is a valuable thing. And planting these seeds is definitely the way your business is going to grow. It happens in nature and it happens in business. One of the things that I wanted to talk about with you guys today is curiosity and action. How do they lead to wins? Your curiosity and your action leads to a win because when you thought about developing the skill that you have in your business right now, you were very curious in every aspect of how you can bring that skill to productivity. You were very curious in how you can make that dream happen. And you did it. So once you did it, I don't know if you guys realize, but that's a once in a lifetime chance building a brand, building a business. It doesn't come around very often. Most folks, even when they are very skilled and very educated, their first instinct is to go and build someone else's brand, go and build someone else's business. But that's not what you did. You might have done it for a little while. You might have not been as curious and as active in building a brand as you are today. But that initial fire, that initial curiosity, that is what you need every single day. Every single day you wake up, realize that no one knows you exist. You're not Walmart, you're not Target, you're not Starbucks. You're you're a shop that's often named after yourself. You're a shop that's named after something that you've always wanted to name your inspiration after. And folks have to get to know you. It's just like in dating. People have to get to know who you are before you develop that relationship. But once folks know who you are, keep that curiosity because that's going to equal great customer service. That's going to equal great execution. Um, that's going to equal a repeat customer, and that's how you build brands, is by having repeat customers. um, but it starts with your curiosity. Your curiosity lights that fire that brings action, uh, and now you're doing the things that it takes to be a productive business. All of the brands and corporations that you see, they did not start out to be as big and as productive as they are today. Um, Colonel Sanders, he had a great recipe that he developed in uh, frying chicken. And what he was able to do was open up a small restaurant inside of a hotel until that hotel closed down. And what he did was he sold chicken with his recipe out of his trunk. He went to business owners that had small chicken places and taught them his recipe. Um, and eventually, he was able to franchise into what we know as Kentucky Fried Chicken. And his family doesn't have to run a chicken place today because they sold it to Pepsi. for so many hundreds of millions of dollars. So you never know what seed that you're planting for your family right now because of your curiosity, because of your action. Your action and your curiosity could be 20 years down the line generational wealth for your whole family. You will be the catalyst um, of great lifestyles that your family can live because of the actions and the curiosity that you're taking right now. Um, it can't be overstated how important it is for you to take action in this business environment. Um, you never know which one of these customers, especially on this Sunday morning, which one of these customers is going to be the catalyst that brings a customer tree to your business that makes your business thrive, makes your business stand out from the rest. You as a person, allow your experiences every day to develop you as a person, to allow your curiosity and your activity lead to experiences that actually uh, bring growth to you as a person. Trust in God. Um, there's a scripture that says, the just shall live by faith. If you're one of the people who always cuts down opportunity because you don't believe that it's actually going to work, then you're one of the people who suffer from a lack of faith. You're one of the people who suffer from, um, you're cutting your own legs off by not taking advantage of different opportunities. It reminds me of the man who's drowning. He's like, God, send me a life raft. And here comes a helicopter. It's like, hang on. He's like, no, I'm waiting for God to send me a life raft. And here comes a boat. Get in. It's like, no, I'm waiting for God to send me a life raft. And then the guy drowns eventually. And once once he drowns, he's in heaven, and God, he's like, God, I prayed. You say you answer prayers. Why didn't you send me a life raft? He's like, remember the helicopter, remember the boat. Why didn't you get on? Right? Um, these are the opportunities that can take you to the next level. These are the opportunities that you pray for. When I come and visit you as a small business owner, or when it's time to renew your campaign, these are your life rafts. These are your helicopters. These are your rescues that can actually reach customers that you were not able to reach yourself while you're developing your skill, while you're running your business. Let's not understate the importance of advertising. Let's not understate the importance of execution. Let's not understate the importance of becoming a part of the community. Becoming a part of the community, Little Leaguers should have your name across their jerseys. And they're always going to remember that. They're always going to be loyal to your business. They're always going to be curious about who was the person who made it possible for me to enjoy my summer, right? So let your curiosity and your activity lead to your success. There's It's not rocket science, but you have already done a lot of the hard work. You have gotten your business license. You have developed your skill. You've hired employees. You've gotten bank loans. You've gotten lease buildings. Maybe you own a building. Now it's time to thrive, right? You plowed the field. Now it's time to plant the seed so you can get a harvest. I'm always thrown back by business owners who we meet with. They don't have any advertising plan. And every time I drive by or I go to see them, they don't have any customers, but they're really skeptical about advertising. It's like, your visibility is much more important than your ability. Your visibility is everything because that's what's going to make customers curious. That's what's going to make the customer active. whenever a need arises. If you're not Johnny on the spot, if you're not an option when the customer need arises, then you are not going to be chosen. You are going to still sit there with no business. You're going to be upset. And if I was an employee of yours and I saw things going as slow as they was, there would be a light bulb going off in my head that says I better get another job. This business runs on profit. And if I'm not getting any customers coming through here, then how am I going to get paid in the long run? How am I going to develop my skills? How am I going to have a career? How am I going to have stability for my family? So, as I always say, marketing is not a lottery. It's a sure thing. If I tell 1,000 people about your business, it's a lot better than telling 100 people. Um, if you have the best recipe in the world, if you have the best food in the world, you're the best mechanic in the world, and you have no customers, you have no business. Um, there are so many fundamentals that every business has to follow. Look at the McDonald's. Look at a lot of the financial places like Prudential. Look at Target. Look at what every time you turn on the TV, they're on there. Look at the United Way. They're always active in getting donations in order to help the community. Um, they're a part. They're making themselves a part of the NFL. They're making themselves a part of different events. Coca-Cola. Look how successful they are, um, because they're everywhere all the time. And I guarantee you they're making plenty of profits. They're not complaining about the money that they invested in themselves to advertise. They're actually looking to invest more, because they know that that leads to profit. In general, every dollar that you spend on advertising should lead to $10 in revenue, because that sometimes there are customers. This is how fundamental advertising is. One customer will pay for a year's worth of advertising budget. So that tells me that you want to scale up your advertising to bring in multiple times that customer in order to scale up your business. Now you're looking for a second shop. Now you're hiring more employees. Now you're moving into a bigger house. Now you're driving a better car because you've invested more into yourself. Um, let your curiosity and your activity lead to that. Don't let your negativity, don't let your unbelief, don't let your doubt, don't let your uh, tendency to miss opportunities rob you and your employees and your family of a better life. Hey, once again, shout out to those who were investing in themselves and who acted upon their curiosity and advertised their brands in the Sunday morning paper. Um, you guys are on the right track. You're doing the right thing. Continue your campaigns. If you were running for president, you would absolutely not just do one speech. You will not do two speeches. You will have a continual campaign right up until the election. You'd be on radio stations. You would be out talking to people. You'd be shaking hands at cafes. You'd be doing everything you can to become visible and to be a viable choice once that election came. And that is nothing that happens, it's something that keeps happening. Never stop advertising. Guys, you want to definitely be a choice when customer needs arise. Customers really do uh, are very intelligent and know that businesses that advertise themselves are businesses that usually believe in themselves, businesses that are quality. Um, Usually, people who run and hide and duck in the shadows, those are the people who I definitely would not trust uh, to bring me a good product or service, because you don't even want to let me know about it, right? So, this is WD3, and this is your Hill Report daily marketing tip. And guys, let's go get some sales.